He is the running back whisperer. I mean, every guy he touched was amazing. Every guy, they just go and perform at super high levels.
We do not want these
Livonia
guys to think
Albert
about
Mitchell has been an assistant coach in the NFL for over 2 decades. He's a running back whisperer who's better known by another name.
There you go.
I was always Stump. I was Stump probably, I would say, around the age of 7. I got that name from my brother.
Lock him out. Good job. Locking him out.
We were fighting, and he told my mother, you better come get this little short Stump, or I'm a beat him to death or something. So I was called Stump.
Get your feet up. Get your feet up, JK.
I mean, it's better than Livonia.
A 9th-round pick out of the Citadel in 1981, Stump carved out a successful NFL career with the Cardinals.
And Stump Mitchell's an exciting guy.
And dangerous. Yeah, I mean, he's strong. He can move. He was agile. He can make guys miss. I mean, he had it all. He had everything in his game.
Throws caught by Stump Mitchell.
Oh, he's gonna go. He's gonna score.
Touchdown!
In Cardinals franchise history, only Larry Fitzgerald has more all-purpose yards.
He did it all, man. Definitely watching him, he was tough. He was, fearless.
I was behind Otis Anderson. I always pushed myself as though I was a starting back. I don't want to settle for being anything than number 1.
As the underdog his entire career, Stump has a soft spot for the underdogs. He wants every back in his room to strive to be that top dog.
I love Nick, I love Kareem, I love Dearness, but that 4th guy, I'm always trying to get him to aspire to be number 1.
Go towards the line of scrimmage. You don't want to go wide. You want to go right down in that A gap.
Because I was that guy.
Breeding top dogs can lead to getting bit, like in a 2021 Week 3 game by a former NFL rushing leader, eager to be back on top.
I'm tired of y'all playing with me, Stump.
He got upset because he wasn't getting the ball.
I wasn't getting enough touches, and, I wanted to help the team win. We were playing sloppy as a group. I wasn't in a good mood.
We got a lot of... Hey, yeah, we do!
We go back and forth sometimes, even in the meeting rooms, or we don't agree on something, we talk it out. He pushing me to get better.
So he said what he had to say. I said what I had to say. I'm like, hey, man, you're going to get your opportunity. You're going to get the ball. Trust me.
3rd down and 3.
A day that started poorly for Kareem Hunt ended with a game ball after 155 total yards.
Hunt's gonna run to the right. He got it. 25. A cut 20. Touchdown, Kareem Hunt!
It all points to the relationship Stump has always had with his running backs.
A great communicator. Sees the game.
You know you got to focus in. I constantly remind you about that. And you've been doing pretty good. But that time you reverted back.
He's got a great way of teaching it to his guys.
We got to be sharp when we play Sunday.
He's the best running back coach I've ever been around.
He was just good at making things personal and then making things like business.
Lot of game left.
It must have been after my 2nd year, and I had a good season. I think I led the AFC in touchdowns.
Touchdown, Seahawks!
And I come up here and I said, Stump, how do we get to that next level? And he rocks back in his chair, pulls down his little glass. He's like, you ready?
They can't run with you.
Yeah.
We started breaking down all of my runs. I mean, down to the T. Like, hey, here was 5 yards. This could have been 7. And I was like, okay, watch what I do next year. It's on.
That is a new Seahawks record for rushing touchdowns in a season.
I think those helped me have that 5-year run, that I had was Stump, and that extra little, let's go detail every little notch of your game.
How do you not heed the advice of a sage that looks so wise?
The beard what makes him now.
He's taking that Papa Smurf beard way to another level.
Is that the motivation? You looking for Papa Smurf?
No, I couldn't grow it when I was trying to, and then all of a sudden it just started growing.
I love it.
I always tell him he looks like Moses. I tell him all he needs is a big staff now.
I like it. It gives him like a wizardy like feel, like Stump the Wizard. They call him the Wizard sometimes. So
the Wizard, man, that's a good one for him.
I asked the stars to unleash the magic beast that dances through the line. Almighty running back, gather your lightning in my unworthy hands. An unstoppable force shall form. I call to the ancient monsters of the handoff. Grace your force of power, so we may pound the rock. No defense shall stop our magic missiles that will come forth to strike our foes with a force they can't evade.
Stump continues giving to the NFL. The body that once bounced off tacklers might not be what it was, but the mind and the will had made him the running back whisperer.
Man, great patience.
Yeah, I want to win.
It's easy to be called that when you had the type of guys that I've coached. Sean Alexander and Max Strome making the Pro Bowl, Ricky Waters, Amon Green, Clinton Portis, David Johnson making the Pro Bowl when I coached him in Arizona. Set. There you go. And me being blessed to come here and coach Nick and Kareem.
Stump, he's got that way about him, which I guess you have to have as a whisperer.
Here's Stump. Yeah!
He brings it on game day, he brings it during the week. He's gonna tell them what the truth is, sometimes when they don't want to hear it.
He's the total consummate player's coach. A guy that you want to play for. You want to do well for him. He was more than a coach, there's no doubt. He was like a friend.